Hey everybody, welcome back to Phoenix Fab. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So today we've got the window guy coming out. He's actually gonna be here any minute, so I need to get the wheels and tires back on. It makes me so nervous when this car's up in the air and somebody's yanking on it. So, one moment, let me set you up. All right, so the car's back on the ground, and Brian, the glass guy in Chicago, he's out here and he's ready to help me take the window out. Now he's gonna go over the different tools that we could use and which ones break windows and which ones don't. So it'll really give us some insight because he said the Subaru windows are in the cars really, really tight. And if you use the wrong tool, it's gonna break. So I'm very excited to learn what he has to say. He'll be right back in the shop and we'll start doing this. Really quick, I wanted to give a shout out to the glass guy. He is really a cool guy. Brian came out and he helped us with the glass today, and he's done everything from Willys to Mustangs to even all the glass for Chicago Fire. So just really cool guy all around. Thank you again, Brian. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, so we're ready. This is Glass Guy, or Brian with the Glass Guy from Chicago, and we're gonna start going over getting this window out. So I'll let you take over, Brian.
All right, we're just gonna take stuff apart. We need to open the hood, take the cowl off, the wipers off. We're gonna address taking these off. The windshield's been replaced before, so we know that by some rust underneath there. Some of these clips are broken, so this has been kind of glued down, so we'll fix that when it's time to put the window back together, and do that the right way. We're gonna end up replacing the upper molding, so we'll take that off. We're not gonna worry about that. It's got some dents and some things happening there. I'm gonna use a tool to cut this out that makes it relatively easy to get out and it doesn't cause much of a problem.
Awesome.
It's not a tool that everybody can afford to buy. Everybody could buy it, but not everybody's gonna want to afford to buy it if they want to do this in their garage themselves.
For the few times you do it, right?
Yeah,
I gotcha.
I do 100 windshields a month. It pays for itself. If you only do it a few times, I'll show you the tool that you can use to do it a few times.
Okay.
And you can get that pretty much anywhere online. So it's fairly easy. So
all right.
We'll get things apart and we'll go from there.
All right. Sounds good. So now we got to take this cowl off to get to the bottom side of the windshield. So we're going to take the wipers off, then the cowl, and we'll pick up from there. The bottom cowl clips onto the firewall, to the body. It's just a few clips. They snap vertically straight out and explode.
They break due to the age.
Yeah.
But you can see that they're just like a little T-clip.
Yeah, very simple.
Again, it's something that
Napa has.
Anybody's got.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to replace them. Some of these could probably be reused. But again, if you are going this far, you want to replace them, just because they're cheap to replace.
So what's next?
So now we have to go around the windshield. We got to trim all this excess urethane from all the oozing and the glue. If you look along the top here, it's all oozed out.
Okay.
So you got to trim that off so you can get access a little cleaner to the windshield. Makes it easier for getting out.
Okay.
With that, I have a big fancy utility knife, long blade. Makes it a little handier, but we just kind of go in there and do this. Kind of trim that out of there. So we can make it a little easier to cut the window out. So I want to point out what I'm doing is scratching the body.
Oh yeah.
So when that happens, this ends up happening over time. So when you scratch it, if you don't pay attention to that, I'll show you what we use before we put the window back in. It's a pinch weld primer.
Okay.
That covers the scratches, seals it so that doesn't happen.
Gotcha.
Because what ends up happening is this rust from them scratching it when they did it comes out. You get rust along the edges, along the roof. It ends up creeping underneath the windshield, which then bubbles, pushes up, then you get a leak.
Gotcha.
And if it bubbles enough, then it can crack the window.
Holy cow.
You know, and then people wonder, why is my windshield cracking? You know, I didn't get hit by a rock or anything, and that's why.
Wow. I would have never guessed rust could cause a window to break.
Rust can bubble up, and it's pretty strong when it happens.
Wow.
So, and you can hear that's rust.
Yeah, I can.
So.
All right, so in the back, as you can see, it's almost worse than the front window. The front window had less of this caulk in it, so unfortunately, we've got our work cut out for us. But we're doing it. We're gonna get there. So just to give everybody an idea of what is normal and how it should be, this top seam is perfect. This is how it would come from the factory, and this is how the window is going to go back into the car. It's going to look just the same. So he's cleaned this side up nice, and we're almost ready to get these windows out soon.
This is the tool.
So
In the industry, we call this a cold knife.
okay,
So this blade goes under the window. So you get it in under the window, goes between the glass and the glue,
okay.
and then you use this to pull.
Oh, that makes
So-
it simple.
Just to kind of give you an example, we would get it in there, it would go up against the glass, and we would pull it, which cuts the seal between the glass and the glue.
That's beautiful.
The problem with this is, when you put it in, as tight as this is, we could crack the window. So, I'm gonna guess, as tight as this is, as soon as I pull this, we're gonna get a crack that comes down. We may not.
No, I think I see it.
But that's the way it comes out,
Right there. You were right.
and there's a crack.
Yep.
Because of how tight this fits in between the glass and the glue.
Wow.
So if you're not worried about saving the windshield and you wanted to pull it out yourself, wanted to get it done, these you can get anywhere online.
Okay.
Mine's a little bit fancier one, you know, but you can get these online with the blades. That's not what we're gonna use here, because I'm old and I'm lazy and I like working smarter, not harder.
All right.
So I'll get you my tool that I'm gonna use, and you can see how that works.
All right. Let's see this.
Now this tool here,
So this is not for your average.
this is not for your average guy. This tool alone cost about 800 bucks in the kit. And essentially what it is a modern day version of, everybody knows the piano wire trick
Yes.
with the handles.
Yes.
Sawing through. This is a modern version of that.
Gotcha.
So what we do is we run this square wire. It's a square stainless steel wire. I poke this through this way. I grab the wire and pull it in. Then once it's pulled in, I'll run the wire all the way around the window and anchor it with the anchor on that side. Then this pulley goes on the inside, and I run the wire around it, and I just crank the pulley, and I'll move across the window, up and back across, and it just pulls the wire and cuts right through the urethane.
Okay.
This is the kind of tool that we use on all modern day cars
Okay.
that have under glass moldings. Some of the new cars have no moldings. So everything you just saw me doing on this, you can't do on a new car. Scratches the paint, causes problems, causes rust, as we've seen, and things that you can't address. This tool, I can guarantee to get the window out without breaking it. I can also guarantee getting it out without scratching the car, scratching the pinch weld, and then you get it out and you're ready to go right back in with a new window.
How much is a tool like that?
This, when I got it, this is fairly old. I've had it about 6 years now.
Okay.
It was 800 bucks when I bought it.
All right, so that is why that is for the professionals.
And the other tool, you can probably get one online for 25 bucks.
Ah. So we've ran it all the way around the window and up that side.
Yep.
And he's working on it on the top corner, basically wrapping it along the entire window.
I'm trying to get it under the glass. Now we have just this little bit of room left.
Okay.
So we have the wire that started here.
Yep.
We got the wire here.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have to continue a loop. We can't do it from here.
Okay.
It'll break the corner of the windshield. So now I take that anchor point and we bring that inside the car. So we can make kind of a loop
Yeah.
that it pulls against itself and finishes the cut through.
Okay.
As you can see, the windshield is already loose and out of the car. You just have that little bit of room left.
And you slide the cable underneath.
Slide the wire underneath.
All right. Oh, that's nice when it's coiled towards the interior.
It kind of works its way instead of having to fish it.
Yeah.
An anchor spot. Make sure we're not cooked on anything here.
No, it
looks
looks
good.
under the glass. Yep. We're all good.
Now we just finish our cut. That's it.
With the window out, you can see what happens when you scratch the pinch weld. You should do a sealer primer before you put a new windshield in, and that's going to help you avoid getting rust in this channel. But this is why we took the window out, so we could get all of this rust fixed. Pain in the butt to not do it the right way. The other nice thing about the tool we used is that it cuts so close to the body line, you could lay a bead of sealant over the top of it and put a new window in most situations. Unfortunately, we did have to trim the top a little bit more, but that's no big deal.
So now this window, you don't have to really worry about it cracking because it's tempered. So it's far stronger than a windshield. Makes it easier to get out. And it's cut out, and we just gotta go across the bottom.
All right. So as you can see, we used a different tool this time, and it left a lot more urethane on the top back of the roof. So that's the big difference between the two types of tools. And I'm going to leave links in the description so that you can look at both online and decide for yourself which one you'd rather have. Well, the glass is out. And I want to thank Brian, the glass guy, again for coming out and helping me take these windows out. He did a fantastic job, and I just could not be any more thankful for it. So if you enjoyed this video, then please think about hitting that like, subscribe button. It helps me, and it's gonna help this channel grow so that we can do more projects in the future and cool cars, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you again for all your support. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see ya.